In the heart of ancient Mali, under the soft glow of a silver moon, an oracle whispered a prophecy that would echo through centuries. A child was born who would rise from humble beginnings to unite the scattered kingdoms, a child destined to become the Lion King. His name was Sundiata Keita. This wasn't just any birth. It was the dawn of an empire, the beginning of a legend that would be etched into the very soul of West Africa. The air itself seemed to hum with magic as the prophecy settled over the village, promising a future of greatness, born from a boy who would have to overcome the impossible. But destiny often begins in the shadows of hardship. Sundiata was born with a weak leg, unable to walk like the other children who ran freely through the village. Their laughter turned to mockery, their games a painful reminder of his limitations. Yet, where others saw weakness, his mother, Sagalin, saw a fire waiting to be kindled. She never lost faith, her love a constant shield against the world's cruelty. Day after day, she would lean close and whisper stories of courage and strength into his heart, reminding him that destiny had chosen him for a reason. Her belief was the silent, steady force that began to shape the boy into the man he was meant to be, proving that the greatest strength is often found not in the body, but in the spirit. After the king's death, the fragile peace of the kingdom shattered. Betrayal, sharp and cold, struck the royal family. Sundiata and his mother were forced to flee, cast out from the only home they had ever known. Their world became an endless expanse of sun-scorched deserts and dense, whispering forests. This was the beginning of their long exile, a journey that would test them to their limits. With every step across the unforgiving landscape, they learned the harsh lessons of survival. They faced hunger, danger, and despair, but in the crucible of hardship, Sundiata's spirit was forged into something unbreakable. He learned resilience from the unyielding desert and courage from the deep, dark woods. This was not just an escape, it was a pilgrimage toward his own strength. In the lands of his exile, Sundiata began a transformation that would defy his past. The boy who couldn't walk was now determined to run. He trained relentlessly, pushing his body past the breaking point. He learned to stand, then to walk, then to fight with the grace and power of a lion. Every day was a battle, first against his own body, then with the sword, the spear, and the bow. He studied the art of war, the tactics of leadership, and the wisdom of kings. With each passing season, he grew taller, stronger, his eyes burning with a fierce determination. The whispers of mockery from his childhood faded, replaced by the clang of steel and the thud of his own steady footsteps. The boy who was once an object of pity was slowly, surely, becoming a lion among men, preparing to reclaim his throne not just by birthright, but by merit. News of the exiled prince's incredible transformation traveled on the wind, carried like seeds of hope across the scattered Mandinka kingdoms. Word of Sundiata's courage, his strength, and his unwavering resolve reached the ears of those who still longed for a true leader. One by one, then in groups, loyal warriors and old allies began to seek him out. They found him not in a palace, but in the heart of the wilderness, a leader forged by adversity. Inspired by his story and his vision, they pledged their allegiance, their spears, and their lives to his cause. An army began to form, a coalition of the faithful, all united by a single purpose: to march back to their homeland and reclaim their kingdom from the clutches of the tyrannical sorcerer king, Samaro Kante. The lion was ready to gather his pride. The day of reckoning finally arrived. On a vast, dusty plain, two armies faced each other under a blood-red sun. On one side stood the fearsome Samaro Kante, a sorcerer king whose dark magic was said to make him invincible. His very presence inspired terror. On the other side stood Sundiata Keita, the boy who had conquered his own body and was now ready to conquer a kingdom. The air grew thick with tension before the storm of battle broke. Dust rose in choking clouds as the two forces clashed in a symphony of war cries and clashing steel. In the heart of the chaos, Sundiata fought not just with a sword, but with brilliant strategy and unshakable courage. He was the calm center of the storm, his every move guided by the prophecy that had followed him since birth. This was more than a battle for land. It was a battle for destiny itself. Through the dust and chaos, a victor emerged. Samaro's magic was broken, his army scattered, and his reign of terror brought to an end. Sundiata Keita had achieved the impossible. Victory was won, and the path to the throne was clear. Beneath the blazing sun, surrounded by his cheering people, Sundiata was crowned Munsa, the King of Kings. In that moment, the Mali Empire was born, rising in glory from the ashes of conflict. The prophecy had finally come true. The crippled boy had become the Lion King, and he ruled not with an iron fist, but with the wisdom, justice, and courage he had learned on his long journey home. His coronation wasn't an end, but a magnificent new beginning for his people and his kingdom. And so, the legend of Sundiata Keita was carved into history, a timeless epic of struggle, destiny, and ultimate triumph. His story would be told and retold by griots for generations to come, a powerful reminder that true strength isn't the absence of weakness, but the courage to overcome it. It teaches us that even those who seem the weakest, the most broken, can rise to achieve unimaginable greatness. His legacy lives on, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Thanks for watching. If you were inspired by the story of the Lion King of Mali, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more legendary tales from history. Follow at Sunset with Folktales on YouTube. See you next time.